iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
on another planet.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series, brought to you by Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues, fires things off in sunny Austin, Texas. Here you can see that track temperature very hot here at the Circuit of Americas, better known as COTA, right here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you the calls from the track tonight. And a special night it is here on the Turn 3 Racing Network as the Cyber Thunder Racing League drivers continue to move closer and closer to that championship run. All the drivers here having not just a fellow competitor, a fellow driver, but a friend on their mind. Crank it up. 60 here tonight for Jade Bell. Our thoughts, prayers, and well wishes go to him and his entire family, as Jade is currently in the hospital dealing with COVID, dealing with the virus right now, but he does look to be making some improvements. Keep your head up, pal. We miss you. We love you. Can't wait to see you back out here on the track, turning some laps with all your fellow competitors and your racing friends. You will see multiple drivers out there sporting that 14 on the top of their hood. Just a nod, tip of the cap to Crank Bell, as you better know him out there in the YouTube and TV land side of things. Also, drivers sporting that special "Do It for Crank" hashtag on the side of their cars. So we'll take a few looks at that throughout tonight's race evening, but let's get to the action here. Looks like qualifying already underway. We'll begin to throw that information up for you as drivers turn in their time laps here tonight. And we will take a look at the point standings here in just a brief moment. Make sure everybody is where they should be. Looks like Chris Wold out there on a time lap. We'll go jump on out trackside. Let's see how Wold makes his way around this large 3.3 a mile track. And there you can see that 32 sporting that hashtag right there on the side of his Chevy ZL1 Camaro. And this is quite a technical track, quite a tricky track here at Circuit of Americas. There you can see Wold making his way. I believe that is through turn 14 right now, as we do have some special camera shots brought to you right there in turn 14 for our good buddy Crank. It does look like Wold off of the final corner here. Turn number 16 on the track, depending on how you lay it out and whether or not you count that left-hand bend right after the long S chicane. If you count that as a corner or not, well, you may end up with 17 corners here at Circuit of America. So it all depends on how you count it out and how you lay it down. Officially, I do believe it is listed as a 17-turn track, but I like to call it a 16-turn track. Wold right there making his way through the first few corners. Multiple drivers out there on the track, as this is pretty much an open qualifying session. Tom Richter right there with some trouble. That 34 has a spin on qualifying. That's going to go ahead and trash this lap. And there you can see 14 emblazoned all over the hood, all over the top of the car, as well on the driver's A-pillar right there just above the windows. You can see it. And a big time salute to all of these drivers out there putting in some time in the paint booth, making sure they've got a ride out here to support not just their fellow competitor, but I've said it once already, I'll say it again multiple times tonight, a fellow friend, and I mean basically family member, because that's what a lot of these these drivers are to each other is basically a tight-knit family group of drivers, as we now watch that 91 of Tyler Beeman and his Ford Mustang make some time around the track. Nobody yet to put in a qualifying time, so we'll stay just right here for a moment with this 91. Let's see if we can't take a look now with Coleridge Finmore, one of the drivers with the coolest names that I've ever seen in iRacing, and he's cool as a cucumber at the front of this field, leading in the points right now as we get closer and closer to that championship run that these drivers are going to begin to embark on. Just a handful of races left, just about, I believe, about 10 races left in the season, I do believe, as we head to Iowa and then Darlington in 2 weeks. This is quite a bit of a wild card round right here at COTA. So will we see a dark horse come to the front of the field and take a checkered flag, or will we see a repeat winner once again here in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series? On-board camera shot right here with that one of Finmore. We'll take a look at that qualifying time. Throw it up to the left-hand side of your screen. Up there you can see Chris Wold, fastest on the speed charts right now. 2:20.98 is that quick time, so just about 2.5 minutes to get around this 3.36. Beautiful racing facility down here in Austin, Texas. A lot of Cup drivers, the 10 tops, the heavies. Really unfamiliar here with a Circuit of Americas. You've got to look more towards the Formula One style of drivers, the IndyCar drivers, even the IMSA style of car drivers and competitors to really be familiar with this track layout and the braking points and the braking sections. Because even though you see some these chicanes on the track, they look like you can be pretty much in the gas. It is a very, very technical track. You got to be all up on the wheel, all on the pedals at the same time. 2-foot driving around this beautiful track for the Crank It 60. Finmore hopping the curbs there. As he makes his way through the first few corners. Those are those chicanes. Now a little bit of a longer drawn out chicane run, and he'll make his way towards the back side of the track now. Up and over the hill he goes on the little bit of a downhill left-hand turn here. Going to come back across the track, and he'll begin to make his run towards the end of his time lap. Going to make his way now back down towards turn number 14, I believe it is. You know, looks like going to some cameras a little bit too early here. There you can see him coming down into turns 12, 13 coming up. Chris Wold's going to stay at the top of the speed charts. That 2:20.98 is the fastest time. Finmore makes his way through 11 and 12. He'll begin to come into the picture, make his way around 13 and 14 here on the track. And there you can see him now coming to the bell cam right here at COTA in honor of our good buddy Craig Bell. Set it up right here for you guys. Out of turn 14 there. Turn 14, one of the predominant corners here at COTA, so we will see a lot of action going down right there around that turn of 14. Very long, sweeping Watkins Glen carousel-esque corner. Oh, on the gas a little too much there. Gets sideways is Finmore, and he goes top of the speed charts. Quick time for Coleridge Finmore, 2:19.44. And it does look like that's pretty much going to do it for qualifying. So we'll get ready to head down trackside for the national anthem. But before we do, going to go ahead and get your qualifying information off of the screen. Throw those driver standings up for you real quick. Finmore at the top of the standings right now. Tyler Beeman, Tom Richter right there in third. Jeff Sharp, Chris Dean, Chris Wold, Justin Groves, Kyle Jett, and Brian Dorsey round out your top 10. Well, and just with about 30 seconds remaining here tonight, we're going to go ahead and head down trackside for the national anthem. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Drivers begin to make their way to their starting spot on the starting grid, so we'll go ahead and begin your pre-race show as they roll off. You hear those bells in the background. You know it's time to run down your starting lineup for tonight's Crank It 60 right here in the Wheels for Warriors Pro Cup USA, taking the top spot. Quick time, Coolridge Finmore. Chris Wold in the 32, going to line up just to his outside. John Dykeman, Jerry Isaacson, row number 2, row number 3, Tyler Beeman, Christopher Daniel, Justin Groves, and Tom Richter making up row number 4 here tonight. Back in row number 5, the 5 of Eric Moore, and the 3 of Cole Gray. Eric Anderson and Chris Dean gonna make up row number 6, row number 7 here tonight. The 4 of Paul Turner, followed by the 9 of Brian Dorsey. Mark Schrader and Dave Sanders rounds out the field here tonight at Circuit of the Americas for the Crank It 60. In the Wheels for Warriors Pro Cup USA, join me in counting these drivers down to the green flag. We're going to do this one for our good friend, our good buddy, Crank out there. Get well soon. We wish you the best, partner. Can't wait to see you back out here on the track where you should be, where you are dominant, where you are comfortable. Drivers through the final corner, getting set for that green flag to fly for the first time. Only time here tonight, only local yellows at the road course here in Austin, Texas. Green flag flies, the countdown begins. Close racing action there, getting into turn number 1, still side by side for that top spot. Chris Wold's actually going to have the advantage on the downhill. Now that spot's going to go to Finmore as he pulls to the inside through turns 2 and 3. He'll lead the field through the S's for the first time. Already beginning to form a bit of a gap back to third place, John Dykeman and Tom Richter. He has already had some trouble in that 34 machine. Richter corrals the car, gets headed back in the right direction. Everything fine now. Back in the 7th spot. We'll take a look back here as this is one of the closer battles on track. Justin Groves, look at this little scrum going on. Back in the pack right now. The 99 of Groves has Cole Gray just in front of him. Chris Dean behind him. Now he's going to look to the outside through that left-hand bend down towards turn number, I believe this is turn number 13, and already into turn 14 for the first time here tonight. Oh, driver runs wide right there. I believe that was the 2 of Chris Dean. Yes, it was. He's going to go wide on that corner right there, and drivers now making their way down that longer stretch here at Circuit of the Americas and turning into turn 13 now. So we'll watch this pack come through turn number 14 here in just a brief moment as your race leaders, there you see them, they begin to make their way through turn 14. Coleridge Finmore still leading Chris Wold. John Dykeman running in the 3rd position. Jerry Isaacs right there as well. So multiple drivers all still right here at the front of this field. Back up to that 32 of Chris Wold as he tries to run back down Coleridge Finmore. Finmore looks like he's beginning to step away, already 1.7 second advantage over Wold, and we haven't got a lap in just yet. There you can see Dykeman struggling to get the power down just a little bit. More drivers struggling right here coming out of that final corner, coming out of turn 16. Christopher Daniel gonna take the spot away from Tyler Beeman. That's a battle 4th and 5th on the speedway. There you can see that 88. He's starting to try to make his way up into a podium position. Drivers struggling just a little bit. We'll check in with them towards the rear of this field. There you can see that 77 of Dave Sanders, followed by Cole Gray. Paul Turner, he's had some tough luck there. You can see him just now starting to cross the start-finish line here, so he's got quite a bit of ground to make up if he's going to want to make any headway in tonight's race. Already down 4 minutes on the stopwatch. 60-minute timed event here tonight at Circuit of the Americas for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Wheels for Warriors, helping vets 2 wheels at a time. Paul Turner, Tom Richter, they both have an off-track excursion. They get it corralled and headed back in the right direction. We'll jump around the track just a little bit now as we watch this battle unfold between Chris Wold and John Dykeman. That is for 2nd and 3rd on the track. They've reeled in your race leader Finmore just a little bit. Now that gap shrunk by just about a half a second so far this lap. So drivers going out there, getting the job done, getting it right now down here in Austin, Texas in the Crank It 60. Looking back for some more battles, it does look like this is the closest battle on track. Battle for 2nd and 3rd on the speedway as Finmore starts to stretch that lead once again. Looks like this is the section of the track that he is. Whoa, big moment there for Dykeman. This is the section that it looks like fits Finmore best. Field able to close in just a little bit on this first part of the track. Mark Schrader. Schrader's got some trouble. Dave Sanders has got some trouble. Cole Gray closing in now in that number 3 machine. There you can see Gray just behind Paul Turner. So some drivers with some trouble early here tonight. Very long way yet to go. Still over 55 minutes. We are well ahead of halfway here tonight. So Driver's going to have an absolute handful here at Circuit of the Americas. Chris Dean with some more trouble. Let's go back, see what happened to that 2 machine here. They're going to see Dean pretty much all by himself. Coming up the hill into turn number 1. Looks like he's going to lock it down. Maybe get on the binders there. Yeah, a little bit of trouble. Run off. Back downhill into turn number 2. The right-hander looks like he has everything under control and composed from that point on. So just a little bit of a mistake there for that 2 of Dean, and he's going to pay the price on the speed charts. Now Dave Sanders with some issues. Let's see what happened to Sanders. We'll go on board here with that 77 as he's making his way through, I believe that is turn 3, 4, 5. He's got a little bit of a slide getting on the binders. He's going to whoa it all up, continue around the speedway. The 3 of Cole Gray, he begins to try to make his way around the track. Chris Dean, after that struggle, now back up inside the top 10. Jerry Isaacs has an off-track excursion. He gets it righted back onto the pavement now. Tyler Beeman also with some trouble. Lots of drivers with some trouble here very early, and as we alluded to already, race fans, this is a very technical track. Drivers have to be on point in their braking as well as their acceleration. Got to be very, very careful how you get back on the gas. You can loop it around really easily, and it looks like Justin Groves may have had some trouble because he's fallen back into the clutches of Chris Dean. Now Dean sitting in that 10th spot and looking for more. Cole Gray with some trouble back in 13th. We'll jump back up front here as John Dykman's been able to get by Chris Wold. That was a pass for the 2nd position. That came, I believe that was about a lap ago, right when that happened. And yes, indeed, getting the thumbs up on that information. 1 lap ago is when Dykman was able to get by Chris Wold. And you can see Fenmore off in the foreground slashing through the screen there, so he's already stepped out to over a 6-second advantage here over Dykman and Wold as they continue to battle for 2nd and 3rd on the podium here today. Gonna stay right here with this battle as this is the closest battle on the speedway. Everybody else pretty much gapped up throughout the field, and it looks like we've already had one victim claimed here tonight. It looks like that 77 of Dave Sanders has pushed his machine behind pit wall, and it looks like we're hearing the rear end broke as he got onto the brakes, and it started to wheel hop there just before the spin. So the 77 of Sanders breaking a rear end, and well, it's kind of hard to do anything when the rear of the car will not function, will not work. Nonetheless, the 32 of Chris Wold, he's looking to make something work. He's looking to try to take back that 2nd position. And how will these drivers overcome this deficit they've got to this man right here leading this field, Coleridge Fenmore? There you can see him, almost nobody around him right now as he's putting that number 1 EA Sports Do It for Crank number 1 in the top spot. Almost 7-second advantage now for Fenmore. And well, it's kind of smooth sailing from here. He can really manage the tires at this point in time. He can control the pace of the race. And that's an important aspect here, especially when you go road course racing. Speaking of managing tires, you got to know how to manage tires when you're out there riding on 2 wheels, riding on those motorcycles. You can ask any any rider. Sometimes you got to get the wheel heated up just a little bit for it to work a little bit better, to give it that extra little grip that it does need as we take corners. Sometimes well, never mind. I'll just leave that one alone. But sometimes you gotta lean that bike just a little bit, and you gotta know that the tire's heated up enough to take it. And that's what these Wheels for Warriors members do. They sponsor, mentor a veteran at risk, give them safety tips, guidance along the way, whether it be in the 2 wheels or 3 wheels even, or in just life in general, giving them a sense of camaraderie that they've been missing since they have left the service. So Wheels for Warriors USA doing kind of what these drivers do, managing tires, managing people as well. Maybe not managing them as much as helping them. If you haven't already, scroll down in the description, race fans. You can click the link right there. Head on over to the Wheels for Warriors USA website. That's right, www.w4wusa.org. Finn Moore out and away. Looks like he's beginning to set sail. That gap now almost at the 8-second mark as this battle continues to rage on. The 21 of Mark Schrader has been battling Cole Gray for about a lap and a half now. As Chris Wold, what has happened? Some trouble for Wold. Eric Moore has trouble too. Let's go check out, see what happened real quick on the replay to Wold. There you can see Chris right there coming down into the corner. I believe that is the final corner here. Oh no, that's actually the hairpin on the front side of the track. Wold just gets on the binders, locks them up, and well, there goes Dykeman. He's going to scoot away from the field after that one. So we'll rejoin the field back with this battle for 13th and 14th on the track. The Toyota Camry piloted by Mark Schrader. He's beginning to scoot away just a little bit from the 3 of Cole Gray. And we'll continue to jump around the track from driver to driver. Looks like Paul Turner's had some issues. Turner with another slide on the track. He gets it corralled and headed back in the right direction. Brian Dorsey also with another off-track excursion. The 41 of John Dykeman right here sitting in that second spot. Why don't we go back here now with where is he at? Let's see where he's at on the track, starting right, well, running right where he started tonight's race. Tom Richter sitting back here in the 8th position. Going to run through the field, give all these drivers a little bit of spotlight and highlight here tonight as we have a special night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network and the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Brought to you by Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues. It's the Crank It 60. Tip of the cap to our good buddy Jade Bell. We all know him lovingly as Crank Bell. Out there, he's usually out here on the track in that 14, as there you can see it emblazoned on the hood as well as the roof of that 34 machine of Tom Richter, and as well as most of the field sporting some kind of hashtag out there in support for their fellow competitor, fellow driver, fellow friend. Crank Bell in the hospital right now trying to battle and overcome the COVID-19 virus. It has struck in quite a few of our members across iRacing.com, and each and every time we see this happen, we do see the community come together, not just as a singular league, but as a whole organization. A lot of support out there for everybody battling with this virus as we continue this struggle to try to kick the COVID out. And we will continue to send our thoughts, prayers, and well wishes to the whole entire Bell family, and especially to you for some quick healing there, Crank. We do miss you out there on the track and can't wait to see you back. Struggling just a little bit there, you can see Eric Anderson just behind Tom Richter. Richter's able to pick up one spot now. He's going to go up into the 7th position, as both of those drivers had a little bit of an off-track excursion, a little bit of an incident running off the pavement. Brian Dorsey just behind them. He also had a little bit of an off-track moment. Dorsey in the 9 Ford Mustang got a corralled and corrected. Lost a little bit of time right there. Mark Schrader has an incident. Cole Gray also has an incident. They're just about 1 second separating both of those two drivers. And oh, there you can see more drivers with some trouble now. Looks like Eric Anderson had a long way around the track planned out right there in that 43 Petty blue machine. The Wheels for Warriors logo all over the front end of his number 43. Sporting that 14 on the top of his hood. We'll jump around the track just a little bit more here as we've got, well, they're going to stay right here with this battle as it's the closest battle on the track at this time. Tom Richter right there in front of Eric Anderson. Can Richter try to scoot away and run down Jerry Isaacs? He's got 6.6 seconds to go up there and try to run down Isaacs. There you can see him running off just in the distance. Haven't checked in with Jerry very much here tonight, so why don't we go up here to that number 51 Mad Sim Racing sponsored Toyota Camry. Only 2 Toyotas in the field here tonight. Jerry Isaacs running just outside of your top 5. Knocking on the door of the top 5, though, just about a second, a little bit over a second off of Christopher Daniel right now. So Isaacs is your highest running Toyota. There you can see some heavy right front damage. The hood crinkled up. That's going to be a bit of a parachute here. Your second Toyota Camry driver back here running in that 21 machine. Mark Schrader sitting in a 13th position. We'll jump back at the front, though, run down a little bit of highlights, spotlights at the front of the field. Driver in control inside of that one machine. Coleridge Finmore likes going fast. He's going to crank it up for our good buddy Crank Bell here tonight. Getting the job done with a huge advantage already, knocking on the door, and now over a 12-second advantage for your race leader, your points leader, your pole sitter here tonight, the one of Coleridge Finmore. Back to the driver running in that second spot, straight out of Boone, North Carolina, in Mad Sim Racing. John Dykeman's got his Ford Mustang powered towards the front. Got a long way to go to try to catch up with your race leader. He's going to have to try to pull some sort of a strategy move here tonight if he's going to want to try to run down Coleridge. That's going to bring us to the driver sitting in that third spot right now. Cyber Thunder Racing Division Director right there on the track joining these drivers straight out of Tucson, Arizona, so knowing how to get the job done in the heat. Chris Bold runs in the third and final podium position. Hot on his trail, though, that 91 Ford Mustang of Tyler Beeman. He's going to continue to try to track him down. Tyler running in that fourth position, and that's going to go ahead and bring us to Jerry Isaacs, who, nope, he hasn't crashed or caused a wreck. He's running pretty well here tonight, sitting in the fifth position. Just behind him, the 88 of Christopher Daniel has had a little bit of a struggle here tonight, but he's trying to get that Coors Light 88 powered back up and headed back in the right direction. Daniel sits 6. Tom Richter and the Hamburger Helper do it for Crank 34 machine, sitting in the 7th position, up just one spot from where he started tonight's race. Can the Quakertown, Pennsylvania native make his way into the top 5? We'll have to wait and see, as we still got just about 40 minutes remaining here tonight in the 60-minute timed event. Eric Anderson in that 43 machine out of Panama City, Florida. He's got his Wheels for Warriors Ford Mustang running strong inside the top 10. He sits in 8th. Justin Groves in that 99 machine. He's sitting right now in the 9th position as he makes his way off at the final corner and heads across the stripe to begin yet another timed lap, as we now have 20 minutes on the board. Rounding out your top 10, there you can see Christopher Dean in the 2 machine right here. Hometown track, Texas native. Can the 2 somehow conquer Coda tonight. So we'll jump around the track just a little bit once again. Tom Richter right here in that 34 machine. He's running in 7th position. Now switching back to the battle between Tyler Beeman and Chris Wold. Beeman going to use that inside run there. I believe that was turn number 1 as they go downhill into turn number 2, 3, 4. And the rest of these quick little chicanes here. Close battle between Beeman and Wold. That's for 3rd and 4th. Oh, Chris Wold struggling just a little bit there through turn number 14, I believe that was. No, actually, that was not turn 14. I do apologize for that one. Turn 14 coming up this time by, so we'll watch these drivers as they make their way through turn 14. Why don't we go to the bell cam to watch these fellow competitors make their way around the track, make their way around turn number 14. There you can see him coming out of 13 now into this long sweeping right-hander. Coming off the exit of turn 14 now. There you can see that 88. Daniel getting the job done here at Coda. This is your closest battle on the speedway right here. Christopher Daniel, Jerry Isaacs, they're running nose to tail on the... Ooh, little bit of a moment there for Justin Groves. He's going to go ahead and bring the car down to pit road. Oh, and the 51 of Isaacs locks him up. He's going to give up some time, give up that spot. Here comes Tom Richter. Richter in the 34 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. He's got himself looking at yet another spot. Can he run to 6th? Let's go back up with your race leader. Check out this man right here. Coleridge Finmore, nobody around him except in front of him. He's going to begin to put drivers one lap down. Drivers have had some trouble and hit pit road. Paul Turner has made a pit stop. It looks like he has scored off the lead lap. The 3 of Cole Gray also falling victim to your race leader Finmore as he has already put 3 cars one lap down. Mark Schrader just off in front of your race leader here tonight in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series Crank It 60. Gonna jump around the track once again here in a few moments as we watch this little battle unfold. There you can see Jerry Isaacs with some trouble. That's going to bring Tom Richter right there. Richter's going to take that 6th spot away on the outside. Can he get it? Yes. Oh, overcooked the corner. He's going to give that spot right back up as Isaacs digs on the bottom. Now into the hairpin, and looks like the 34 going to finally take that 6th spot away. No, he's going to run real wide in turn 13. Coming to turn 14 now. The bell cam going to capture all this action. Richter using that inside. He's going to get that 6th spot away. Back into turn number 15 now, heading to turn 16, the final corner. There you can see the 3 of Cole Gray. He is a back marker at this point in time, down a lap to your race leader as Chris Wold brings his 32 machine to pit road just about 5 minutes before the halfway point. How long will the front of the field stay out on track? How much give up is in these tires? And I'm looking at the timing and scoring, and I'm going to use Jonathan Dykeman and Tyler Beeman as an example. Looks like Dykeman's best lap 2:22. Last time by a 2:24, so 2 seconds slower on the run so far. But then you look back here at Tyler Beeman. He has been Mr. Consistent. He is right there all over his fast lap time, a 2:24 for the fast time, a 2:24.27 for his last time by. So maybe a driver saving a little bit of those tires for a late race run, pulling maybe a Valtteri Bottas or more likely a Lewis Hamilton move. Hammer time right here for Beeman. Drivers struggling to get the cars woed up. Looks like there's been quite a bit of tire lockups out there. Got to watch flat spotting these tires and dealing with it over the course of a very long run. Keep in mind, race fans, although we're only on about lap number 11 for the majority of the field, they have been driving for almost 30 minutes straight, nonstop, except for a pit stop for that 32 of Chris Wold on screen just in front of the 43 of Eric Anderson. Anderson still on the lead lap. Wold able to keep himself on the lead lap when coming to pit road. And Coleridge Finmore, he's going to give up that top spot. He's going to come to pit road this time by. Going to have a hot and heavy battle here very soon. There you can see that 3 of Cole Gray. He's going to move out of the way, get out of the lead lap car's racing line as Gray is. Oh my gosh, and Wold goes flying through the corner. He blew that corner for sure. Tom Richter, Christopher Daniel, Eric Anderson, all going to come to pit road. New race leader here at Circuit of Americas in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Crank it 60 for Crank Bell. John Dykman gonna take the race lead over, and we've now got just our second race leader of the evening, the 41. He's gonna go ahead and put that 21 of Mark Schrader down a lap. That's gonna leave us with just 12 drivers left on the lead lap. Eric Moore in the 5 machine, he is scored as the last driver on the lead lap. Christopher Daniel, Eric Anderson, Chris Dean still on their way out of pit road. Tom Richter has gotten down and away. He is getting back up to speed. Going to be a lot of different action to try to keep our eyes on as drivers are staying out there a little bit longer on this first stint, this first run of good sticker tires. And that's going to allow them to have a little bit fresher tires towards the end of this second half of tonight's race, because it does look like, oh, the 21 completely blows the final corner. That's going to cause a little bit of a ruckus on the track. Drivers going to have to go make their way around them, and I do apologize. That was turn number 13 just before we got to the Bell camera section here in honor of our good buddy Crank Bell out there in the hospital dealing and battling with the COVID-19 virus. Our best wishes, thoughts, and prayers to you, Crank, and your entire family. I can't wait to see you back out here on the track, and we watch that 91 of Tyler Beeman come to pit road. We'll jump out on board with the 32 of Chris Wold. Side by side, Wold versus Isaacs. Isaacs yet to come to pit road, so the fresh tire is going to prevail for Wold. Now Isaacs, what will he do? Will he come to pit road this time by? Because John Dykman, Tyler Beeman, they have come to pit road. There is only about 3 drivers out there that have yet to come to pit road, and that is Jerry Isaacs as well as Cole Gray running towards the back of the field here today. And actually, that's your only 2 drivers yet to pit. We'll keep an eye on that 34 of Tom Richter, now sitting in that 7th spot, but look for him to gain a little bit of ground here. Justin Groves not too far off in front. The 99 is struggling at this point. Came to pit road back on lap 9, so 2 lap fresher tires for Richter. That's a total of close to 7 miles difference on the tires. And if you equate that to an oval course, race fans, your typical mile track, that's going to be a 7-lap difference there in comparison to what the speed loss and the grip loss is in the 2-lap difference of tires here at Circuit of America in the Crank It 60. Coleridge Finmore continues to lead the field. He's got himself a 5.2 second race advantage over Tyler Beeman and Chris Wold right there running in fourth. John Dykman sitting in that second spot. Justin Groves trying to keep a top 5 position, but he's got Tom Richter all over him, as it does look like now everybody has made their pit stops. And how about that? John Dykman, Tyler Beeman able to keep themselves up there in that second and third position. But how about that battle right there just in front? Chris Wold, he has caught up with Tyler Beeman. Tom Richter going to look to put himself back inside the top 5 as Richter closes in on Justin Groves. Close quarters racing there through these final few hairpins as we begin to make our way towards the backside of this track. There you can see that slight left-hand bend to a short little carousel corner. There's turn 13 back to the bell cam once again as Tom Richter gonna steal the spot right when we go to the bell cam here. Out of turn 14, he'll begin to step away. Richter breaks in to the top 5. Paul Turner with another incident here tonight, back on lap number 12 for that number 4 machine. Turner with a bit of a struggle here tonight at Circuit of Americas, and well, that's just kind of the way it is. That's just kind of the way it goes. Some drivers this track just does not agree with, and it looks like Dave Sanders, Paul Turner, Cole Gray, they have had some better days on some better tracks. They'll be looking forward to head back to a short track next week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network when the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series fires things back off at Iowa. And, well, we hate to do it, but gotta pay a few bills. You won't miss any of the racing action, though, race fans. We're gonna go cyber side by side.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Back trackside after paying a few bills. We do appreciate you hanging out with us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network for the Crank It 60 right here at Circuit of the Americas in the Wheels 4 Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Coleridge Fenmore has put on a road course clinic here tonight. He's got himself, it looks like, a 30-second advantage over John Dykeman. Or wait, no, I do apologize. A 30-second advantage over Christopher Daniel, who is battling right here with the two of Chris Dean. Eric Anderson slotted in just behind them. This is your closest battle, a three-way battle on the track right now. That is 7th, 8th, and 9th on the speedway. Fenmore has himself a 6, almost 7-second advantage after the green flag pit stop, and still just stepping away at this point in time. Tyler Beeman sitting right there in the third position still. Chris Wold had a bit of a moment. He fell back from Beeman as Wold going to run in fourth. Tom Richter slowly but surely clawing and climbing his way into the top 5. Sitting in that 5th position now, looks like Mark Schrader and Paul Turner have both had an on-track incident. Christopher Daniel in that 88 was able to get by the two of Christopher Dean just about a lap ago. You seen it happen. You seen it unfold right here on your screen. Drivers knocking on the door of the final. Whoa, Christopher Dean. Woo. Big time moment there, and that too do it for Crank Machine. Whoa, that was a big time moment. Still struggling to get the handle on the car. Dean has slowly stepped away from Eric Anderson. Oh, sliding through the corner. Can he save it? Oh, almost contact. He's going to spin the car around, facing the wrong direction. Now that could end up bad for Christopher Dean. And oh, looks like Dean may have had some trouble. Tom Richter, he's had some trouble. Let's see what happened with the 34. Watching the replay here of that 34 of Tom Richter. He hits down into the corner, overcooks it just a little bit, runs wide on the track. Fortunately, no contact with anything, so we'll jump back live once again. Jump around the track once again just a little bit. Eric Anderson, Christopher Dean, Brian Dorsey back here, 8th, 9th, 10th position on the track as we continue to watch this 2 of Chris Dean. Brian Dorsey, one of the drivers that we haven't spoke about very much tonight. Very quiet night for Brian Dorsey. He is up 4 spots from where he started tonight's race, now inside of your top 10, as it looks like Chris Dean may have had some trouble. He falls off of the speed charts. He's going to fall well behind the pace. Looks like maybe a connection issue there for that too of Dean. Looks like indeed that's what it was, a technical problem there, and Dean's going to be relegated towards the rear of the field. John Dykeman has got Tyler Beeman all over him, and there you can see Chris Wold. He's going to battle his way back up and try to take a podium spot back away. Now we watch this battle unfold between 2nd and 3rd on the speedway. John Dykeman running in that 2nd spot, Tyler Beeman sitting in 3rd. Oh, and Dykeman runs wide. Dykeman runs wide through the corner. That's going to give Beeman just a little bit of an advantage for the time being. They make their way into turn number 13. Now they'll head towards the Bell Cam section of the track. Let's take a look once again for our good buddy, Craig Bell. Watching this battle unfold right here on the track, on the speedway here at Circuit of the Americas for the Wheels 4 Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Crank It 60. Wheels 4 Warriors USA, helping vets 2 wheels at a time. And if you haven't already, race fans, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash Hawk smash. There you go. That bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Darkside Dave in the cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate you each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are the dedicated fan, friend, or family. We do appreciate each and every one of you, and while you're at it here tonight and you're smashing that bell over there and you're clicking on that thumbs up, go ahead and send a few well wishes, good thoughts, and prayers the way of the Bell family, our good buddy, our fellow competitor, racing driver here in the Cyber Thunder Racing League, battling the COVID-19 virus in the hospital as we speak, looking to have a bit of a recovery road in front of him. So our thoughts and prayers and well wishes, not just to Crank, but his entire family having to endure this tough time here as Crank tries to kick COVID's. We'll leave that blank for you. You fill it in. Continuing to watch this battle for the second position on the speedway. John Dykeman still has Tyler Beeman in that 91 machine all over him. Dykeman seems to be struggling a little bit right now in that 41 machine. And now, yes, indeed, it does look like Coleridge Fenimore has just blown the doors off of everybody. 35.1 seconds in front of this battle for the second position. Third on track, Tyler Beeman all over that rear deck lid of the 41. And I tell you what, why don't we go on board? We haven't been down there to our cockpit camera yet. Let's jump on board with these drivers as they continue this battle here. Tyler Beeman's going to look to the inside. Let's ride a lap around the Circuit of America with Tyler Beeman. You can hear Beeman down through the gears into turn 1, all over the rear end of that 41. Back up on the gas. You can hear him with a little bit of engine rev right there. Going to have to be careful of that. Don't want to overcook the engine. Very ginger on the gas through this very technical left, right, long left. Sweeping S's here. Turns 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the track. Very technical for these drivers. There you can see them. You can hear them on that throttle too. Very ginger, very easy. Gotta watch that yellow turtle shell over there on the left-hand side. That will kick the car up in the air and get it all sorts of out of shape. As these drivers into the hairpin corner here, gonna run up on a back marker. That's Brian Dorsey in the 9 Ford Mustang. Looks like Dorsey gonna get out of the way. He's gonna pull to the left-hand side of the track, let the lead lap cars by, let them race this on out. Tyler Beeman still trying to catch John Dykeman as we ride on board with this 91. Into turn 13, hairpin. Looks like a driver with trouble in front of them. I believe that was Paul Turner, possibly Cole Gray with a moment there. No, Dykeman's going to run wide. Beeman going to take the inside. Now stuck on the outside. The 41's going to have the advantage. Can he get the power down here on the final corner? Into turn 13, in through the bell camera section of this track. There you can see the long sweeping turn number 14. Giving up some time right there. Beeman losing some time through the later part of this course. Closing in now. Once again, can he get the power down out of the final corner here? Dykeman going to go into and onto the brakes hard. Oh, sliding it in there. Digging hard. Tyler Beeman, oh, a little bit of a spin of the tires in the gas a little too soon, a little too much. And Beeman pays the price. He'll be relegated into that third position for yet another lap. So as this battle begins to go away, Justin Groves has got a problem. What happened to Justin Groves? Let's go back. Well, we'll stay right here for just a brief moment before we head off to something else. Justin Groves has had an off-track excursion. Close right there as Dykeman cut across the nose of Beeman. Beeman is all over him, man. These two Ford Mustang drivers going at it. Nobody has an answer. Nobody has a chance for this man right now on the track. The one of Coleridge Fenmore out to a 34.2 second race advantage over John Dykeman, Tyler Beeman, Chris Wold, Christopher Daniel, Tom Richter, Eric Anderson, and Justin Groves rounds out the list of drivers left on the lead lap. Out of the 16 drivers we took to the starting grid, we are down to just half the field on the lead lap with only 2 drivers off of the track. The 2 of Chris Dean, he had a technical issue and dropped from the race. The 77 of Dave Standers, he broke a rear end early in the night. He's going to be slotted in the 16th and final finishing position here tonight from the Circuit of America's Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. There you can see Coleridge Fenmore continue to put drivers down a lap. Paul Turner, Cole Gray, and Mark Schrader all listed 2 laps down. Eric Moore, Brian Dorsey, Jerry Isaacs listed as a 1 lap down. No caution flag going to fly here tonight. Only local yellows at the road course here in the Cyber Thunder Racing League. And if you're looking for a chance to mix it up with these drivers on track on Thursday nights right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, give these guys a look up on Facebook.com. You can find them Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues. You can also find them on the web and right here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Just check them out, Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues. So as nobody's got anything for this man right here, your race leader, Coleridge Fenmore, we'll jump back a little further on the track, back to this battle for second and third on the speedway. John Dykeman, Tyler Beeman, right here second and third. Christopher Daniel, he's going to go ahead and come to pit road for the second time here tonight. Looks like multiple drivers have pitted their second time already. Chris Wold, Tom Richter, both to pit road for the second time here tonight. Wold sitting in fourth, Richter back in fifth. Christopher Daniel going to bring the 88 back off of pit road as Eric Anderson has made his way about halfway down this pit road. Man, I tell you what, this battle right here continues to rage on lap after lap between John Dykeman and Tyler Beeman. They have not settled this one out just yet. And, well, with them battling as hard as they are right now, those tires are definitely being used and abused. Will anybody in your top 3 come to pit road for a new, fresh set of tires in the final 10-minute run to the checkered flag here tonight from Circuit of the Americas? Looks like Dykeman still struggling sideways, now off the track, but Beeman cannot put the power down on those old tires. He's going to stay behind that 41 for yet another lap. They make their way uphill into turn number 1. They close in on the back end of Jerry Isaacs. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, another two drivers fall off of the lead lap. Eric Anderson and Christopher Daniel, they both fall off of the lead lap as they have made their second pit stops. Just a handful of drivers only with a one-stop strategy here. Coleridge Finmore, your race leader, John Dykeman, Tyler Beeman, also on a one-stopper right now. Brian Dorsey, Eric Moore, only to pit road one time here tonight. Rest of the field has been down to pit road at least two times to get four fresh Goodyear tires to try to see if they can run down the drivers in front of him. And oh, looks like Chris Wold, he may be coming to pit road for a third time. And yes, indeed, looking at it right now, he's halfway down the pit road lane. Chris Wold comes to make this a three-stop race. Tom Richter now going to take that fourth spot away as Chris Wold into his box. Finally, service going on. They've got the car up. It's down and away. Right sides only in fuel for that 32 of Wold. He's going to catch up a little bit of track position with that should the drivers in front of him make a stop for four tires. Coleridge Finmore going to bring his one to pit road, and it looks like he's going to be able to keep that top spot the entire time as we continue to watch this battle for second and third. John Dykeman, Tyler Beeman, they're continuing to go at it here. Will they pit this time by and continue the battle all the way down pit road? We'll have to wait to find out as we are just under the 7-minute remaining mark. That's going to give us about 3 laps to go as Coleridge Finmore finally into his box. Right side up and down, left side up, down and away and out of his box. Heading out of pit road, Coleridge Finmore going to rejoin the track and keep that race lead. And with the fresh tires pushing hard, Chris Wold, he has an off-track excursion. Wold back in that 5th position. He's trying to catch up to Tom Richter in the 34, take back that 4th position. But can Richter somehow catch up here with Tyler Beeman and John Dykeman? Got a huge gap to try to make up if he's going to be able to do that. Paul Turner also with yet another off-track excursion. Now less than 6 minutes remain here from Circuit of the Americas in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Oh, running wide again is John Dykeman. That is a corner that continues to catch that 41 Ford Mustang out. You gotta wonder when Tyler Beeman is gonna try to capitalize on those mistakes, try to get himself in position to pounce when Dykeman has trouble through that corner. We've watched that 41 struggle all night long right there through that section of the track. We've done it multiple times here tonight, but we're going to do it once again. Let's do it for Crank and head down trackside for the bell cam. We do hope you enjoy all their action shots here. Those special bell cams going into place in honor of our good buddy to show him how much we love, care, and miss him out here on the track each and every Thursday night. He's missed, I do believe, 2 races at this point, possibly 3, if my memory serves me correct. Crank, we're thinking about you, buddy. We got you in our thoughts and prayers. Well wishes to you for a speedy recovery. We know you got this, and we can't wait for you to rejoin us once again here on the track on Thursday nights on the Turn 3 Racing Network in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Tyler Beeman with a moment, and that is going to lose a little bit of ground. That's going to allow John Dykeman to step away from him just slightly. There you can see the biggest advantage that Dykeman has had in quite a while, and now he's going to begin to lose some ground, struggling with grip on those older set of tires, but Beeman right there with him. He came down pit road on the same lap, same time that John Dykeman did, but Beeman able to keep the tires on that 91 a little bit better than his competitor. Continuing to watch this battle between John Dykeman and Tyler Beeman. That's second and third on the speedway. Second and third on the podium spots here. There you can see Dykeman with a lockup into the corner. Beeman's going to try to capitalize. He's going to take the second spot for the time being. Dykeman's going to have that preferred spot inside lane here. Can he get that corralled and keep Beeman back in third? He's going to have the advantage into the hairpin. But right here, that's where he's been struggling. Can Beeman get there? No, he can't. We're going to have ourselves one more lap around the speedway as 2 minutes remain here in the Crank It 60. Oh, and they're going to hit pit road. Oh, and no, the 91 of Tyler Beeman. He said, no, I'm going to try to stretch this thing on out. One more lap around. Can Beeman bring the car back around and keep himself in that second spot? How about Tom Richter? Can he somehow come in and close this thing out and bring that 34 Hamburger Helper? Do it for Crank. Chevy ZL1 Camaro into a podium spot. Quite a bit of ground to make up. Dykeman now into the box, but can Tyler Beeman even make it back around on the fuel he's got? He came to pit road last time with Dykeman, stayed out this time. How's it going to pan out? I know how it's going to pan out for this man right here. My goodness, absolutely blazing fast here tonight. 21-second race advantage for your race leader. Coleridge Finmore gonna bring himself to the line and capture the flag. Just gotta stay smooth, just gotta stay straight right there inside of those red lines. Coleridge Finmore looking for yet another checkered flag here in the Cyber Thunder Racing League's Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. And you can see him being very ginger, and we're going to take a look right here from the bell cam at your race leader with the hashtag Do It For Crank right there on the side of his machine. We'll watch him down into the final quarters of this race. There you can see that one of Finmore. He's heading towards the final corner. Turn 16 and back to the front stretch. Nobody in sight in front or back. Checkered flag flies. Coleridge Finmore wins the Crank It 60 in honor and celebration of our good friend battling the COVID-19 virus, Crank Bell. And a big time shout out to the admins and organizers here in Cyber Thunder Racing League. This thing all coming together very rapidly, very quick, as they want to support a good friend and colleague out there trying to kick COVID's. I'll let you fill in the blank. What a way to honor a friend. There you can see the 14 all over the hood of this number one machine piloted by Coleridge Finmore. We'll take a look back here at Tyler Beeman. He's heading through the final few sections of the track. He'll slot home in second, third place. There you can see John Dykeman coming off the final corner. He's going to shake the tail end of the car just a little bit. He'll slot home in third. On board now with Tom Richter as he makes his way through the Bell Cam section of the Circuit of the Americas. Big time shout out to Tom Richter with the Do It for Crank on the side of that 34 hamburger helper machine as well. Chris Wold just behind Richter. He'll make his way into the Bell Cam section as well, sporting that Do It for Crank hashtag. There you can see yet another driver on track making his way through the Bell Cam section of the Speedway. Christopher Daniel gonna finish in 6th. We'll have to wait just a second to get to Justin Groves. Groves slowly making his way through 13, now through the Bell Cam section of the track. The 99 of Justin Groves. Final few corners for the last driver on the lead lap. And as we watch Groves finish his laps here tonight, we're going to get ready to head to a brief commercial break before we head down trackside for your post-race interviews. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Back trackside, ready for the post-race interviews. Let's see if we can't catch in and have a few words with the driver that walked away third here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up and talk to the driver inside of that 41 Ford Mustang. John Dykman, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy? Hey, buddy, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid run, a solid finish for you and the 41 crew? Absolutely. Well, my man, I got to give you a big time shout out for this one. You're from North Carolina, home state. Love it here. Boone, beautiful country up there. A little bit cold, though, in the winter, huh? Hendersonville. Absolutely. Well, my man, congratulations on slotting that Ford Mustang home in the third place here tonight in the Crank It 60. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody else on that 41 you may have forgotten? All right, John. Well, again, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight, and we'll see if we can catch up with you yet again next week at Iowa. All right, there you have it. Final few words from the driver walking away with the third spot here tonight. John Dykman in the 41 walks away with that final podium spot. Let's see if we can now catch in a word or two with the driver that walked away with the second spot here tonight, the 91 of Tyler Beeman. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy? Hey, man, how you doing after a solid run here? And what made you stay out there on that last lap? That was kind of close. Well, Tyler, you came into tonight's race sitting in second. A great podium finish, but unfortunately going to finish second to the man leading the point standings. How does the crew continue on trying to chase and run down that one of Finmore, who just seems to be fast week in and week out? How are you guys preparing for the championship run to try to snatch it all when it all matters?
As far as strategy or point strategy, this race or a race like this, what I would think would be our advantage. We're at Madsen Racing, we do a lot of road racing, so we thought we'd come in here and maybe get a little boost. But Coleridge is very, very fast at a road course in the stock car, and it's not easy to be fast in either of these. So he definitely gets a well-deserved win, and I'm going to continue to trail him into points.
Well, Tyler, again, congratulations on a solid podium run here tonight, walking away in second in the Crank It 60. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody else on the side of that Ford?
Well, just quickly, intotheapex.com for the Into the Apex podcast. That's what I carry on my car. Wheels for Warriors for supporting this series. But I think most importantly, we're thinking of Crank Bell tonight. We ran a special car for him in last night's series race. And we're all hoping to get him back in this particular series with us as soon as possible.
All right, Tyler, my man. Well, we all indeed do have our thoughts and well wishes with Crank, wishing him a speedy recovery. And with all that being said, my man, congratulations again on the solid second place. And we'll see if we can't catch up with you next week at Iowa.
Thank you.
There you go. There you have it. Final words from the driver walking away in second here tonight. That is Tyler Beeman. And now on to the man of the moment, the man of the hour, walking away with the race win yet again. Let's see if we can't grab him for just a brief moment. Got the post-race celebrations done and in the books. Coleridge Finmore, it's Dave in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Well, You put that one in the top spot in qualifying. You walked away with leading the most laps yet again with another checkered flag. What more needs to be said?
Nothing. That was probably one of the better runs that I've had all season. Just being able to make no mistakes and run clean laps, and yeah, come away with another victory.
And that's going to make it 4 on the season, and we are closing in on the chase here very shortly. We got Iowa and Darlington, and I believe possibly one more race. I'd have to look at the schedule book right now, not in front of me, but very close to the championship rundown. How well do you and the one crew feel about being able to make that run to the championship and hoist that trophy at the end of this season?
I think consistency has definitely been our strong suit. As a team, we've had consistency. Even our underdog racing team, all 4 of our drivers have been very consistent in the first start of this year. So a couple of us are new, so we're still getting used to the other competitors, but we're trying our hardest, and hopefully we keep this consistency up and make a run at the championship.
Well, once again, Coleridge, congratulations on your 4th victory of the season, winning in dominant fashion here at Circuit of the Americas in the Crank It 60. Before we let you go and enjoy this win, would you like to give any special thanks, shout-outs, love yous, thank anybody else on the side of that one machine?
Well, I want to start off by sending prayers and all that to Crank and his family. I know he's going through a lot of rough stuff, so we got the 14 number on the car, and we got his name and the hashtag Do It For Crank on the car, which was very special to have this. So this one goes to him. I want to thank my family. I want to thank Cyber Thunder. I want to thank Wheels for Warriors. I want to thank you, Dave, in the broadcast booth, and my friends and family.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on your 4th win of the season. We'll see if you can continue the trend at Iowa. We'll see if we can catch up with you there, or maybe even at Darlington.
Thanks, Dave. Hope to talk to you soon.
There you have it. Race winner, 4th on the year, Coleridge Finmore captures the flag in tonight's Crank It 60. And, well, what a race it was, and we do want to apologize about the audio issues there at the beginning of those post-race interviews. Unfortunately, not catching much of John Dykman's interview on the air, but we will try to catch up with him once again next week, give him his airtime and his dues as we watch that one continue to celebrate just a little bit here. So I do believe that is about all she wrote here for the Crank It 60 in the Wheels 4 Warriors Pro Cup Series. And it does look like, indeed, that's going to be about all she wrote from Circuit of the Americas here for the Cyber Thunder Racing League. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Producers hitting them buttons. It's time for your unofficial race results. Walking away with the top spot in the checkered flag, that one of Coleridge Finmore. Tyler Beeman gonna finish in 2nd. 3rd place goes to John Dykman. Tom Richter with a solid run up to 4th place. Chris Wold will round out your top 5. The 88 of Christopher Daniel Slotin Holman, 6th. 7th place goes to Justin Groves. Jerry Isaacs back in 8th. 9th place goes Eric Anderson. The 9 of Brian Dorsey will round out your top 10. Eric Moore gonna finish in 11th. 12th place goes to Mark Schrader. Cole Gray back in 13th. 14th spot to Paul Turner. Chris Dean gonna finish tonight's race in 15th position. 16th goes to Dave Sanders, and that is the final driver in the field here tonight. Do want to give a big shout out and thanks to Wheels for Warriors coming on, sponsoring the season this year for the Cyber Thunder Racing League. Big time shout out to them and everything they're doing, helping at-risk veterans get back up on their feet and running. great organization. If you haven't already, scroll down in the description, click the link, head on over to the Wheels for Warriors website. You can find them at www.w4wusa.org. Well, that's it, race fans. We're going to wrap this thing on up and get ready to head to Iowa. But first and foremost, Crank, you and your entire family, you're in our thoughts, you're in our prayers, you've got our well wishes. If there's anything we can do here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, simply reach on out to us and we will do what we can. We miss you. We love you, man. We can't wait to see you back out here ripping things up on the track in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. With that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.